What are you guys doing here? What's up? Why am I wearing my Ram stuff? What's that? Oh. That's why. Sean McVay, bro, you're doing your thing, dude. You know, you and Les Snead just you don't fail to surprise me. Every single time you guys do something for us Rams fans that make us feel on top of the world. Odell Beckham Jr. is coming to the Los Angeles Rams. Something that Sean McVay tried to do a couple years ago and unfortunately didn't work out. He went for the cheaper deal, which happened to have been Brandon Cooks at the time. But we're finally getting OBJ now. For anyone, Rams fans or not, who doubted this could have happened, I'm just gonna say this. I don't blame you for doubting this move at all. I don't blame you one bit, but from now on, when a superstar is available, or when Les Snead and Sean McVay and the Rams are rumored to have approached someone about a trade or a free agency signing, maybe don't doubt him as hard as you did. Any football fan here knows the whole situation with OBJ, his dad posting the video about Baker Mayfield overthrowing him and not hitting him on routes, so we know why OBJ found himself in a free agency situation that he was in. I am not against the move that the Browns did, because in my opinion, I think that just saved OBJ's career. OBJ ended up going to the Browns to essentially die. With a quarterback like Baker Mayfield, he was never going to utilize him the way he could or should have been. In all honesty, if you match up Jared Goff's stats and attributes to Baker Mayfield's, they're not all that different. Baker Mayfield does not go down the field, and when he does, it's not always that accurate. And Odell was just not being given any chances at all. And the reason why I even mentioned Jared Goff is because, you know, if this was a Rams team that still had Jared Goff, I don't think he's choosing the Rams. I think he's choosing the Green Bay Packers. But now that they have Matthew Stafford and just everything that Odell is seeing that the Rams are doing this year, hell yeah, he's going to go to the Rams. He was going to go to the Rams the day he was released. I made that video about Von Miller coming in the Rams, and you know what he does? He posts a happy birthday message on his Instagram to Odell Beckham saying, "Come chase this ring with us." And then he tags the Rams in it. This team was already fighting for Odell to come to the Rams. Now, let's be honest here. Odell has a lot going for him in that city. He gets to play in LA for one of the best coaches in the NFL, Sean McVay, and he gets to play with an MVP caliber Matthew Stafford alongside with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, hell, even Van Jefferson. He gets to know that on the opposing side of the field, he has players like Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd. The list could go on what this Rams team has to offer. You know, superstars like living in Los Angeles. That's just how it is. He gets to live with friends and family. He's close to LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. He now has that now. He doesn't need to go into practice for the Los Angeles Rams and say, all right, time to get to work. Yeah, it's work. You're trying to win a Super Bowl. But that's not how he views it now. He'll be able to go to practice and be able to say, yo, I get to play with my friends. I get to, have fun doing what I'm good at. That is what OBJ has just received by going to the Los Angeles Rams. Let me just say right now that if he went to the Green Bay Packers, and I have a really good friend who watches my channel who is a Green Bay Packers fan. If he went to the Packers, I think that would have been a great fit. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, OBJ. We all know Aaron Rodgers wanted a second wide receiver next to Devontae. If the Packers were a clear up and runner for OBJ, I don't see how Aaron Rodgers is not upset with the fact that they failed to sign OBJ. At the end of the day, this was all OBJ's decision. Sure, there could have been some internal influence that Sean McVay or Les Snead might have used on OBJ to convince him to come to the Rams. Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay head office could have tried to do the same thing, and maybe it was just more enticing for LA. Who wants to play for LA though? Who wants to play in that brand new, beautiful SoFi Stadium? Who wants to play in the gorgeous blue and yellow colors? Who wants to play for one of the oldest teams in NFL history? Who wants to play with Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? Who cares? Who wants to play for that LA lifestyle? Being around Hollywood and all of those garbage areas. What interest is held for Odell Beckham in LA? You know, whatever, just stupid. Everyone wants to play for LA. Everyone. And just you wait till the Chargers start to make moves like this. Because if the Chargers can make enough noise like the Rams, I guarantee you're going to start to see a lot of more superstar players say, you know, the Rams have had their time, or the Rams have their star players. But you know what? I could go make a difference over at the Chargers. That's what's going on right now with the Lakers and the Clippers. Look, the Los Angeles Lakers is not my NBA team. I'm not a big fan of LeBron James. Anthony Davis, he's okay. Russell Westbrook, not a big fan of his either. But then you got the Clippers. Clippers are okay. I really like Kawhi Leonard because what he was capable of doing here in Toronto. And Paul George is, you know, absent in the playoffs. But that's what is happening with LA basketball teams. The Lakers for the longest time were just a superstar threat every single year, or nearly every single year. But then with the Clippers, they didn't really have that superstar presence. But now you're starting to see a different trend where someone like Kawhi Leonard says, I'm going to go to LA, yeah, but I'm going for the Clippers, not the Lakers. I think the Chargers will be able to do something like that, but it won't be just yet, because the Rams still have a job to do. And that job is to win this Super Bowl. I'll be honest here. I'm not afraid to admit it. Because when you're a big, deep, true fan of something, you gotta be able to admit the faults. The Rams were pummeled by the Titans on Sunday Night Football. They played amazing defense. They really did show that why the Titans won was all because of the defensive side. Ryan Tannehill and that offense was not capable of doing anything against that Rams defense. But that Rams offense couldn't do anything against that Titans defense. And where the playmaking lied was that the Titans defense could execute points off of the Rams offense. You want to sit here and say, okay, the Rams couldn't beat the Titans. They couldn't beat the Cardinals. You're talking about OBJ coming to the Rams is a Super Bowl threat for the rest of the league? Yes, it is. If you were to ask me right now, Tyrell, are the Rams still your Super Bowl team? Yes, they are. And it's not just because they are my team. I've said this in multiple videos before. Every single NFL season, I don't think the Rams are going to make the Super Bowl. This year, I think the Rams aren't just making the Super Bowl, they're going to win the Super Bowl. This team is primed to win now. And honestly, I think the Rams might have about a 3 to 4 year window. But every year that passes, there is a little bit of a decrease. Because we got to think to ourselves here. Is OBJ going to stay a Ram after this season? I don't know. I think it's a little slim compared to someone like Von Miller. So yes, you have to win now rather than win next year, because you might not have OBJ, and that could possibly be a difference maker. Deshaun Jackson, who? Look, I get it, buddy. You're super quick. You can burn down the field, but man, OBJ will probably be able to do the same thing. And anybody who wants to say that OBJ's a cancer in the locker room and he's just a bum and whatever else you want to degrade OBJ's name by saying, I'll say this right now. The media has done him dirty, and that has inflicted expected the rest of us NFL fans to see him as someone who is just no good. Yes, OBJ has a hotter personality than most people, and yes, the wide receiver position can be one of the biggest divas in the NFL, but guys, we know where OBJ's talents come from. They come from going down the field, making big catch plays, making, 60 or 70 yard catches, or making a 30-yard catch and turning it into a 60-yard. We know where his talents lie. How do you expect him to feel when he's not being utilized what he is, in fact, very good at? If I was OBJ, yeah, damn right I'd want to be used in that situation. So yes, go to a team who's going to be able to complement those attributes. Sean McVay will find a way to fit you into the system, and he's going to find a way to give you a lot more catches than Baker Mayfield was doing. Take a look at some of these superstar players that have come to the Rams in the past couple of years that at one point may have been considered divas or cancers in the locker room or the organization. And once they get to the Rams, look how much they've changed. Guys like Marcus Peters. You could even, in a way, consider Aqib Talib, Dante Fowler, Jalen Ramsey, one of the biggest. These guys, as a lot of people would like to say, were babies, criers, whiners in their last organization. Guys who many people are saying shut up and play football, but they don't understand what they're going through in those areas. Once they came to the Rams, their personalities shifted, they changed. They became better people in the eyes of the media. How often do you talk about those players now making big deals about where they are? Odell Beckham didn't even make an issue out of what was going on in Cleveland. It was his dad who started it. As far as we know, Odell said nothing. Behind the scenes, it could have been a lot different, but we don't know anything. Odell still hasn't actually come out and said pretty much anything on what transpired with Cleveland. So if he is this cancerous diva, all right, well, when he gets to the Rams, I'm sure that'll change. Sean McVay knows how to talk to these people. He knows how to get along with these people, and he knows how to change mindsets if that is who the person actually is. He's done it before, he's done it many times, and he'll do it again. Now, yes, let's get back on track here. Super Bowl talk. The NFL breeds losers, and I do mean that in the harshest way possible. You are not meant to win this league. If you are winning this league, if you're winning the Super Bowl, that just shows you how good of a team you technically should have. You are not meant to win in the NFL. You could say that about many sports, but in the NFL, it is a survival game. You only get a 16-17 week NFL season, and then once the playoffs hit, you don't get what baseball or basketball or hockey gets. You don't get these best of 7 games, best of 5 games. No, you get best of 1. If you lose, you're done. This league is not built for you to be a winner. The Rams know this. Sean McVay knows this. He already has experience bringing this team to a Super Bowl, one of the offensively most boring Super Bowls in history, mind you. We can't make a Super Bowl again and lose. That is why OBJ is coming to the Rams. Guys, we have Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and Ben Skoranek. A round 6 or 7 pick from last year's draft. We don't have anyone after that. Tutu Atwell, season-ending injury. Jacob Harris, season-ending injury. Deshaun Jackson wanted to leave for his own personal statistics. God forbid what happens if Cooper Kupp goes down with an injury. Robert Woods, Van Jefferson. We don't have anyone. So yeah, damn straight Odell Beckham's gonna come to this team. Not only is he gonna come to this team because he's gonna be able to make some big play effort along with Matthew Stafford, but he's coming to this team so he can help with availability. Because if someone goes down, who's going to take their spot? The Rams literally were willing to go out there and claim Josh Reynolds, a guy who was a Ram last year but went to the Titans this year and was just released. And it would be awesome if there was an opportunity for him to prove me wrong. I think Ben Skoranek is going to be good in the future. I don't want to see anyone go down with injury, but you know, if someone were to go down like a Cooper or a Robert, I don't think I'd feel too comfortable seeing Ben Skoranek take the most reps out of everyone there. It would be amazing if he proved me wrong, because I love being proven wrong in certain situations. I wouldn't feel as confident about this wide receiver team anymore. So Odell coming in, he's not just there to make this wide receiver core better. He's not just here to make massive big field plays with Matthew Stafford. He's not just here to make a big three with Odell, Cooper Kupp, and Robert Woods. He's here for insurance. He's here to make sure this wide receiver core can still remain the top in the league. It is being reported that Odell is getting a 1-year contract. I don't know what the money is involved with the contract. Is there a chance, like I mentioned a little earlier, could he be re-signed after this year? I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no, even though I would lean a little more to the no. This works out for both teams. I just explained to you how this works for the Rams, Super Bowl or otherwise. But with Odell, this helps for him too, because if he's capable of coming onto the Rams and making some big time plays from Matthew Stafford, this could help him when it comes to contract time. If Odell's sitting here saying, look, I'm 29, I'm almost 30 years old, and I want one last max contract, something that's going to take me to 34. If he can't get it from the Rams, I'm sure there will be people around the league who will say, yeah, we'll give that to you. It's unfortunate that he would leave that LA lifestyle, but look, if everything goes according to plan and works perfectly for the Rams and us fans, he'll win a Super Bowl in LA this year. I do think Von Miller is more likely to get a contract extension, whether it be brief or long, over Odell Beckham, but if there's a way to keep both, you damn well know Sean McVay is going to keep both. But overall, this is a long road to the Super Bowl. You know, I'll admit there are some teams out there right now that are looking good. The Tennessee Titans, looking good. The Green Bay Packers, they've shaken a couple of things off, and yeah, sure, they lost to the Chiefs, but they also didn't have Aaron Rodgers in that game. They are also looking good. The Cardinals, no doubt, one of the scariest teams for me, because I want that division. I want the Rams to take that division. We got to kick the Cardinals off that top spot. Cardinals keep playing the way they are. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. But at the end of the day, I still do honestly feel that the Rams are the Super Bowl favorites. I've said this before the season started. I've said that when the season started. I've been continuing to say that as the season's been going on. You learn more about yourself in losses than you do in wins. And all that loss from Tennessee Titans did was make them realize, okay, we need OBJ. I don't know if OBJ is going to be playing Monday night against San Francisco 49ers. I actually don't even really know if Von Miller is going to be playing. I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of them sit. So that way, after the bye week, when we go up against Green Bay, everyone's fresh and ready to go. But at the same time, I also won't say no to a Monday night appearance, because that is really a must win. The Rams need to break down San Francisco 49ers so we can head into the next half of the season at 8-2. But overall, everyone, I am so excited that the Los Angeles Rams have gotten wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Just a Sean McVay and Les Snead move to go out and claim another big-time superstar. This is super, super exciting. What a great time to be a Rams fan, and moving forward in the future, I only hope that being a Rams fan is just going to get even greater from here. So after the huge blockbuster trade with Von Miller, I would like to say, Odell Beckham Jr., welcome to the Los Angeles Rams. I'm sure your career will get a little bit more of a spark with the coaching of Sean McVay and the quarterback play of Matthew Stafford. But anyways, everyone, that is going to be it for this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It does really help out. And if you want to check out my other Rams videos, you can go in the description below. I'll link the playlist there, and I'll also put a tag in this video that you can look for it. And just like usual, everyone, I will talk to you all very soon. And whose house? Rams house. Let's go, baby.